Welcome to the Nitpicking Nerds.
Today we're going to be talking about our new commander project and going over how we evaluate commanders.
I'm your host, Joe Cherries.
I'm your host, Beezy. Make sure to be subscribed to this channel because of this project we're about to talk about.
Yep, and if you wonder what this project is, we have taken every commander in existence and we've put them into a list. We've ranked them in a point system, and we're going to tell you how we rank them. And we did from 800 whatever, I forgot the number.
There's like 851 commanders right now?
From 851 commanders all the way to number 1.
Yes.
And
we've used a comprehensive, we didn't just go this one's better than this one. We have I would say it's a pretty strict point system.
Yes, we did
Where
the
each
points.
commander can receive a 0 to a 50, and then all of the commanders that receive a 48 will be ranked, at that point, they're all even, right? So we get to decide.
Yep.
This is obviously a subjective list, ultimately, because you'll see why we chose, but everything is subjective, right? There's no strictly better, as we've discussed before.
Yeah, there is no strictly better, so let's get into it. Our first category is the most,
This is the most clickbaity category.
Yeah.
Power.
Power.
How good is it?
So we're going to talk about the power the most because people care
Yes.
about power the most out of these most.
And anything can be 0 all the way to 10.
0, yeah, you can have a 0 in a category. So a 10 in this is strong commanders that require little to no synergy.
Tier 1 competitive, we like to say.
Yeah, extremely, they're the strongest of the strongest.
We're not going to give any examples, by the way, because we are not spoiling anything.
No spoilers. So
you got to wait to see all these
a
videos.
9 is a tier 2 competitive deck.
Yes.
The strongest build around card.
You got to build around it, so there's a little bit of effort on your part, but you're going to get really rewarded. 8 out of 10, tier 3 competitive, which is powerful, but with stricter build around requirements.
Yep. Tier 1 casual was number 7. They're powerful, but they're a little clunkier. They're a little slower than the top tier guys.
6, we have tier 2 casual. It's above average, obviously, because it has to be. It's a 6, and offers immediate impact on the game. Well, some immediate impact.
Yep. Some immediate impact. 5. These are average. They're average power levels.
Par.
Yeah. They're
of moderate impact to the game.
Yeah. I mean that's simple.
Tier 1 jank. This is the best of the jank.
Yeah, and
they're not even bad.
They're not even necessarily bad.
They're powerful, but there's better options out there.
There's better options. Yep, exactly.
3.
These are 3s are tier 2 jank, and they are non-threats or expensively but slow threats.
Right. You know what? You'll have to see. 2, tier 3 jank. This is the lowest jank. Jank doesn't get any lower. Little to no impact on the game. But however, our point system does get lower. What is number 1?
A 1 is almost useless. These are non-threats that only technically do something.
Right. And if 1 is almost useless, then you can assume that 0 is poop.
Poop. Yeah, these cards do nothing. These cards, they're vanillas.
They have no text. They have no relevant text. You can't build around them in most cases. You shouldn't build around them in most cases. They're just, I built this deck because it's a challenge or it's fun.
Yeah, but they're the worst commanders.
In terms of power,
there's quite a few of these, actually. There's a lot of 1s and 0s. So all of these categories are worth equal points, by the way. You can get up to 10 in any category. And going into the next one, this is worth just as much as power.
Just as much. They all are.
So, fun.
Fun. How do we possibly quantify fun?
So, it's how fun is this commander to play for you?
Not us. This is for people in general.
Yeah.
What the stigma seems to be around this particular archetype. Most of them are pretty fun.
Yeah. If you play a commander, how fun is it to play?
Yes.
And also, does it hinder fun for your opponents? Because if it starts...
So 5 points for fun to play, to pilot it, and 5 points to play against it, because fun is for everybody.
Okay, but also, something worth mentioning here real quick, is if a card gets 0 for fun for you to play, it also is going to get a 0 for your opponents. Because it doesn't add to their fun or anything. It's like your opponent... If your opponents... I guess technically your opponent's having more fun because you're playing a 6/6 for 8.
Right, you're playing a bad card. But it's kind of just moot because there's nothing. It doesn't impact anything.
Exactly. If you're playing a 0 fun commander for you,
how can it be fun for your opponent?
Yeah, exactly. I agree. And that just needs to be said too because that's just part of the system.
Right. So even if there's certain effects, let's say a Mindslaver. If Mindslaver was your commander, well, it's really fun to Mindslaver somebody, but it's literally no fun to be Mindslaver.
Yeah, if you ever been Mindslaver?
Hence a max of 5.
Yeah.
But that's that category. The third category.
The artwork.
Come on.
Why is this important?
Huge part of the card. Huge part of
the reason this is so important, there's always a card face up on the board.
Always.
It is almost always face up. You're always looking at it. And also, art is great.
I will tell you right now, if Magic did not have art, I would not even come close to playing it.
That is such a good point.
Like, it is a huge part of the game.
Yes. And I don't know. I wouldn't want to look at, like, just like a blob.
What draws you to a character? I mean, how they look is, like, the first thing you see.
Yeah,
It's like, this character looks awesome. Well, this abilities align with what I want to do in Magic. That's how you get favorite cards.
Okay, so baseline 5 average is like, it's just a well-drawn art.
Right. We don't go like, oh, I hate this style. It's like, if it looks like it's well drawn with, like, because we're not artists. If it's like, that's talent. That's art. I can never do that. It's a good drawing. It's a 5. If it's like literally just not good, like Word of Command is not a good. It's literally 2 eyes on a black background. That is a 0.
It's like, that's a Mimi card, but it's not good art.
No,
it's just
the
bad
card
art.
might be cool, but it's not fun, or it's not artwork.
And a 10 is like something like Bitter Blossom, which
Right.
isn't the commander, obviously, but
We're not giving you commanders.
I mean,
you're not getting any examples.
yeah, no examples. Bitter Blossom's just such an awesome art. If you have seen the art for Bitter Blossom,
Terrific. I mean, Therese Nielsen just kind of.
and she killed this one. Absolutely killed it.
Right. So those are just like 2, just so you can get an idea of where we're
Ooh,
at.
and also another example,
Right.
Kite would be a 12. Because,
I would say 6 for each eye.
yeah, 6 for each eye, and that's the only one that could ever go over a 10.
I don't see anything else going over above
It's
that.
yeah, and
No.
neither does he, and he's got bigger eyes than us.
Absolutely. Now the next category, coolness.
This
This is kind of a mixture of all of them. All of the other categories, I would say. It involves the name, the appearance, not so much the artwork, but how the character actually looks. Like, if they're a pirate, they're cooler than if they were, like, an office manager.
yeah, or if they have an awesome mustache.
Yep, flavor text, mustaches are specifically...
Yeah, mustaches were brought up a lot actually when we were doing these. Mustaches tend to like take those characters with 0 coolness and take them to a 1.
There's, like, a guy who's, like, a 36 mana 2/2 who adds green, and he's got, like, a really cool mustache. Like, that's just cool.
Spoiler.
Got an extra point for that mustache. At least 1 extra point. I
No
think
examples.
he got an extra point for mustache. I don't. That's not an example. I'm not telling what he got, but
No.
his mustache helped him,
They know
Spoiler.
Commander now.
and they know he has a mustache.
Okay. Yeah.
Flavor text also is another good thing worth mentioning.
I think I mentioned flavor text, but now we did it again. The final of the 5, uniqueness. How much do we see this type of effect? How often do we see this type of effect? How many other commanders have this effect?
Also, for uniqueness, it's not just like, okay, this card is so much different than anything else. It's like,
If there was
great example. If one with
one of
nothing,
nothing was a commander,
it's just
no other card discards your entire hand. That's
nothing.
terrible.
Nothing else does it, but it doesn't bring anything unique to the table. Really,
It's like, what are you getting from that?
it's like you're just not
Like, if a creature just entered in, I don't know. It's so hard to think of something that's super outlandish, but they exist. There's plenty of them that we can't give, like, commander examples. But if something, it's the only card that has a terrible effect that doesn't really play into anything.
Yeah, it's like, this is the only card that can do what this card does. Like, yeah, but it's still incredible. Like, it's not bringing anything unique
Right.
to the
Like,
table. It's not
how about
bringing
if it
anything
was
cool to the table.
if it was a legendary creature that was sacrifice all your permanents, exile your library, draw a card. Like, if that was a card.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It doesn't. You know what I'm trying to say. We don't need to talk too much about that. We just want them to be unique. And if they're not unique, they just don't get any points for it.
And your uniqueness is, like, obviously, like,
If your commander is a blue flyer that enters and draws a card, that is not a unique commander. So you just don't get any points.
yeah.
Don't lose
Also,
points.
you want to know what else isn't unique at all? Having the word samurai or
Bushido,
Bushido
or being a legendary creature that cares about on your turn before attackers are declared.
Yep. Turns out those are actually, like, the least. You would think
spirit
that,
or arcane spells.
you think that sounds unique because you haven't seen many like that. There's 40,000.
You haven't seen what I see, man.
You haven't.
I've
yeah.
seen some things.
Yeah, when you look at all the commanders, you go, "Oh my God, there's so many bad ones. Why am I doing this?"
Right. So we have the 5 criteria: power, fun, art, coolness, and uniqueness, mashed together for a 50-point system of ranking every single commander that has ever existed.
And
It's going to be a series of videos. It's not going to be one video. So
this series will be starting probably a week from today.
yeah,
So this is like the
I'm very
prelude.
excited. Very excited.
This is our prelude. Like, we're just telling you what we're going to be doing.
Right. This is going to be like, this is going to be a playlist, and this is going to be the first video, so you know what we're judging by.
Yep. And we're going to go in, and we're probably going to do probably 100 in the first video because we're going to be able to fly through them.
We're going to fly through I think we're going from the worst commanders on our list to the top commander.
Like, the last video is going to be like the top 10.
Yeah.
It's like, and we're only going to do 10 in that video. But like, you have to do 100 because, like, do you want to hear me talk about these horrible
These cards that don't do anything for
this
like
is
3 weeks?
This is a 4-mana 4/3. It does nothing.
This is a
It
5
is
mana
bad.
2/1. Like,
There's-
okay, you get it.
Right.
Wanted to share that with you real quick. Shout outs to our patrons.
Love you all.
I mean, this series is like If we didn't have Patreon, I don't think we'd be doing this series.
No, this series is so Thank you, special thanks to all of you. You gave us it took us a lot of time to do this, a lot of just sitting there. Me and BZ. It also caused random. This is great. I just want to mention this. It caused random little arguments over nothing.
Yeah, like we argued. We got like really passionate about. I
wish we could remember one. We got into whether a
spoiler
was like a 0 or a 1 for power, and like it's just like that. Like we argued over that.
Yeah, we really did.
It's just
argue over a lot.
It was just like, and it was silly. It's like we didn't actually care. It doesn't matter. It's just like, but like when you sat there for 10 hours talking about how powerful commanders are, and then you disagree on one point that means almost nothing. It's just like, no,
we wanted this to be as good as it possibly be, and with minimal spoilers, we should end the video here. This is a great reference point. If you're watching this for a second time because you forgot our references, hi. But we're done now.
Yeah, and again, the patrons, if you want to be one of them,
Patreon.com//user///nitpicking nerds. You know the drill. We're done here though.
Send us money. Peace out, Tribe Scout.